My body hurts all over from bruises, but it seems I haven't been fatally injured. My clothes are torn and covered in snow and mud, but I should be grateful that this is all that I suffered. I realize that I realize there's sand in my nose and mouth, and I throw up on the spot. I vomit the contents of my stomach with surprising ease. TMI, dude. This steam rises from the brown vomit, and I can smell the hot chocolate I just drank. I can't find my glasses. I stand there until my eyes get used to the darkness. The world slowly shapes itself as I squint my eyes. O-M-G. The town I can dimly see has completely transformed. Almost none of the buildings retain their original forms. The houses fortunate enough to still be standing have been damaged extensively, but no building is unharmed. The cars have been turned sideways, squashed, or struck vertically in the snow. I don't see any people, but I hear screams and shouts from all around me. Am I gonna go help them? After a while, I start to walk back to my apartment amidst this scenery. Oh my god, I'm leaving them. That looks as if a toy box has been emptied on it. I must have twisted my right ankle. Here and there, the roads are cracked, caved in, and forced up, blocking my path. I hurry on while taking care not to trip over obstacles along the way. I remember my cell phone and take it out, but it's out of service. However, I can still read the time, and the display states that it's 10 past midnight. It's already December 25th. Merry Christmas! This is your present because you were a jackass. I really hope December 25th is Christmas, or I'm going to feel like a dumbass. Intermediate aftershocks rock the ground, and I hear some buildings collapse with each shock. I don't feel anything. Maybe I had too much mental strain, or something is discharging in my brain. My mind is glowing hot. What's that? Is that a car? No, that's a house. My apartment is turned into a crooked one-story building. Oh my god. At first I thought I'd come to the wrong place, but after I recognized the doors and the walls, I realized that it's my residence. All my shit's gone. It used to be a 3-story building, but the first and the second floors have been crushed. The distorted third floor is on the top of the rubble, and of what used to be the first and second floors. My room is on the 3rd floor. Oh, lucky. So it managed to stay intact. The door is bent and broken, so I go around to the back to find a broken window. I walk over the rubble, climb past the bent iron fence, and enter my room. Well, that's stupid. That's stupid. That thing will collapse on your ass. The walls are broken, the ceiling has collapsed, and the floor is slanted, and steel frames are piercing out from the floorboards. The furniture has fallen down, scattering their contents everywhere. All breakable objects, such as glass and plates, have scattered and are strewn about the carpet. I see pieces sprinkled in bizarre places, and I imagine what it would have been like if I was in the room. I'd be dead. I would have been attacked by the flying pieces, crushed by the furniture, and unable to walk as I currently can. I may have even died here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I would have been dead. In the darkness, I watch out for broken pieces as I fumble around to find a flashlight. I managed to find the emergency flashlight, and it turns on even though I haven't used it in a while. The bright light hurts my enlarged pupils, which had grown used to the darkness. Oh no, my piano! I aim the light at the piano, which takes up most of the space in my room. The full-size upright piano had a big, ugly top, but a beam had fallen on it, compressing the piano, and hammers formerly lined up inside the piano are sticking out, and the outside panel has cracked, exposing the wooden cross-section. The wood looks fresh, even though it's an old piano. The image resembles organs coming out of a corpse. Indeed, this piano is dead as an instrument. You can't fix something this damaged. Looking at it optimistically, you could say that the piano saved the other furniture from the beam, but there is nothing in this room more valuable than the piano. The realization that the life I used to have has ended finally hits me. Man, this is like story time with wuss. After assessing the damage to my room, I start to gather up things so I can seek refuge. Blood begins dripping as I look down, and I finally realize that there's a cut on my forehead. I can't feel any pain even when I touch the wound. I look in some glass and see myself covered in blood, mud, and with mangled hair. I want to wash my wound, but unsurprisingly, the water is out, so I merely wrap a towel around it to prevent infection. I wash it with bourbon, which stings my flesh. Yeah, good old alcohol. The cut on my forehead isn't bad, but there may be other injuries on my body that I haven't noticed. It feels weird that I can't trust the sensation of my own body. I don't have a book bag, so I take the biggest sports bag I have and stuff inside underwear, socks, toiletries, biscuits, chocolates, a radio, a clock, contact lenses, and everything else that may be useful. It's too heavy when I lift it up, so I take some things out, and I then change out of my dirty clothing, your poop-covered underwear, and make sure I have all my valuables. The ground still shakes from time to time, and the walls creak ominously, so I move quickly. This started up quickly. Lastly, I put on the best coat I have and exit the window. The wind has picked up and the air sounds like it's weeping. Man, this turmoil. A surreal world sprawls out before me. No matter where I aim the light, there's probably people under each of these collapsed houses, but my mind doesn't feel anything. Dick. My vision is wavering as if I'm drunk on something. Well, yeah, you put bourbon in your face. You get you're drunk, yeah. The elementary school is the emergency shelter, so I recall where it is and decide to go there. The snow buffets my face, so I raise my hand to block it. It seems like the whole road has turned into an obstacle course. Collapsed buildings block the road and the pavement isn't doing its job. To make things worse, there's snow on top of it. I can't walk carelessly if I don't want to slip. I have to get on all fours and find handholds. At some places, it's a big handicap that one of my legs is hurt and that my right hand has no grip. Why? That's my strongest hand. For obvious reasons. I fall every time there's an aftershock. Even though it's an aftershock, the tremor is equivalent to a rare earthquake around here. I wasn't allowed to play like this as a kid because I might have gotten injured, but I didn't think I'd experience it as an adult. And what's more, my life is on the line. I'm carrying a heavy load with lots of clothes on, and I'm breathing hard because it's the first time in a while that I'm getting exercise. Don't you know, Survivor Man? You're not supposed to sweat in these types of situations. The transformed town scenery makes me lose confidence in my sense of direction, and the idea that I may be lost makes my heart beat faster. The snow and the wind are blocking my vision, and I can't see what's ahead or behind me. I've only walked for a bit, but I'm starting to sweat under my coat. That's a no-no. I've heard that it's dangerous to sweat in low temperatures because sweat will cool down and lower your body temperature. So you've watched Survivor Man too. The school's far away, and I don't know how much longer it'll take me to get to the place I'm going. Whatever. I may even get lost. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. These things don't make sense. I pass by several buildings on fire. The interiors of the buildings are aflame, lashing out tongues of fire from the windows. Black smoke rises from them, letting out an unpleasant stench. Usually there's a pajama-clad resident sitting by the burning building, looking at it absent-mindedly. At another place, a family is huddled up and talking seriously. In one of their arms is a child who isn't moving. Oh no, it's dead. At another place, a broken pipe is pouring water out endlessly. At another place, a dog with a cut leash is whining and limping with a crippled leg. I glance at these things as I keep walking. That's depressing. What's that? I avoid the mountain of rubble and come out onto a road without many buildings. The road is relatively flat here. As I continue walking, I hear a low rumbling sound. Where is it coming from? I can't tell because of all the wind. It seems like it's coming from all directions. Even when I'm looking around, all I see are collapsed houses nearby, white snow in the distance. I didn't see anything that would cause the noise. I didn't know what's causing it. but I feel something very ominous.